Good morning, or depending on when you're watching this, good afternoon, good evening, or good night. My name's Ross, and as always told out of Voice of Radio. So today, we need to take a little bit of a look at a couple of new supporter cards that are coming around in Space Juggler and Time Gazer, those new Japanese sets. And the wonderful news is that once again, we are talking about characters that came around in Legends Arceus. And incidentally, I am so over the top into Legends Arceus that if you show me any cards that are clearly using images from the game and showing, reimagined parts of the game in different artwork, I am going to be hyper excited. And we've got the combination of Adaman and Irida here, and if you've played the games, you will know that we got the leaders of the Diamond Clan and the Pearl Clan. And it shouldn't surprise you that Adaman, the supporter card, can only be found in Time Gazer, the Dialga set, and Irida can only be found in Space Juggler, which is, of course, the Palkia set. You probably could have guessed that. So what we've got from Adaman is, in order to play this card, you must... translations from the lovely Antoine Boulet, one of our absolute favourites. Still providing translations. We love Antoine Boulet. In order to play this card, you must discard 2 Metal Energy from your hand, search your deck for any 2 cards, put them into your hand, shuffle your deck. Magnezone. Just Magnezone, alright? I've been telling you about Magnezone. I love this with Magnezone. This is how I think we're going to get Magnezone working. I have shown you that there's that new Magnezone coming, and it's got that phenomenal ability that lets you look at the top 6 cards of your deck and find any metal energy you like and attach them to any Pokemon you like. And I've shown you Dialga V-Star, and I told you that I adore Dialga V-Star. It's got the attack which does 40 damage base plus 40 more for each energy attached to it. Or metal energy, which is going to build up extremely quickly if you can get the metal energy on. Magnezone says hi. And I've shown you that the V-Star power does 220 damage and literally gives you an extra turn. But it's for 5 energy, which is awkward. And that's where Magnezone comes in. How do we get Magnezone into play? Adaman. You discard 2 metal energy from your hand, bearing in mind until we hit the rotation, we've still got Metal Saucer, which will get them out of the discard. We've still got Turbo Patch, which will get them out the discard, so that could help. And then you just search for your Rare Candy and your Magnezone, and you go. Perfect. Love it. And I don't know if the combination of Adaman and Dialga V-Star and Magnezone is going to work. Maybe it will, maybe it won't. But I am telling you that it's got a chance. I'm telling you that Dialga needs a lot of energy, and especially post-rotation, Magnezone seems like a great way to get it. But it's a stage 2, and that's kind of awkward, so we need a way to get the stage 2 into play, and Adaman will allow you to do this. The thing is, this is just Crash Awake. Like, we've seen this before. It's Crash Awake. Crash Awake discarded 2 water energy from your hand, and then you search your deck for any 2 cards and put them into your hand. This is legitimately just Crash Awake, reimagined as a metal supporter card. And Crash Awake never really... I think I saw it played in decks, but it was never great. It was never a staple in water decks. And I'm not sure Adaman's going to be either. But I'm telling you that because you've got stuff like Magnezone and because pre-rotation you've got stuff like Metal Saucer, there is a chance that this ends up being a really good card. Now, it's only for metal decks or decks playing metal energy, which is clearly going to be metal decks. And it's not perfect. Nobody's arguing it's perfect. But I 100% am arguing that this is going to be an option. This is the kind of thing that could work. And I absolutely love this. I want this to be great. I want to be able to play Magnezone with Dialga, and I want this to be the missing piece that ends up making it work. And if it doesn't work, I'm going to be extremely sad, but I think there's potential here. I'm giving this between 3 and 4 Wassies. We don't give half Wassies. That would be barbaric. I do think the uses for this are going to be quite limited, but there's one there that just makes me super happy. And then we've got Irida. Irida, search your deck for 1 water Pokemon and 1 item, reveal them, put them into your hand, and shuffle your deck. And like we see all the time, this, like we just saw a moment ago, this is a reimagining of an old supporter card. What is it? It's actually a reimagining of one of my very favourite supporter cards ever. It's Corinna. This is Corinna for water decks. Corinna let you get a fighting Pokemon and an item card. This lets you get a water Pokemon and an item card. It is Corinna reimagined as a water supporter card. And here's the thing. Unlike Crash Awake, Corinna was great. Genuinely, absolutely great. But here's the kind of decks I played Corinna in. Donphan, obviously. What do we see about Donphan? Stage 1 Pokemon, single energy. So really using Corinna every turn didn't get me much, but it got me enough. I also used it in Mean Chow decks. That was a weirdly good deck that I loved way too much. Oh look, stage 1 single energy. So it wasn't much getting a fighting Pokemon and an item card, but it was enough. Also, it let you go and get Robo-Sub. And both of the decks I just showed you were hit and run decks. So, Donphan went to the bench, Mean Chow went to your hand. But either way, it was hitting and then putting something else active, and that was Robo-Sub. And if you look at water decks aren't like fighting decks. Fighting decks tend to be basic, stage 1, 1 energy. That's why I gravitate towards them so much. Water decks don't. Water decks tend to be, hey, let's whack a whole bunch of energy on. Like the classic water attack is the kind of thing we see on Lapras, which is, hey, pile a bunch of energy on and you'll do a whole bunch of damage. That is a classic water attack. We saw that with Keldeo when it went and won Worlds. That is classic water attack. Frostmoth is one of the big water cards at the moment, lets you attach as much water energy as you like. And my point is, I don't know if Irida works as well as Corinna, because water decks are so different to fighting. If I was playing a Donphan deck, generally speaking, I would want Donphan and an energy. And maybe I wanted a Robo-Sub, maybe I wanted a Muscle Band, but I generally didn't want like 17 cards a turn. I could tick over quite nicely. But if I'm playing something like, for instance, a Lapras VMAX deck, I need to get my Frostmoth, and I need to get my Lapras, and I need to get a whole bunch of energy. And I'm not sure getting a single item card and a water Pokemon is going to be enough. And this is where I end up kind of contradicting myself. Because on the one hand, Corinna was a great card that saw a bunch of play, so Irida should be as well. But on the other hand, when I look at Corinna in terms of fighting decks, I can go, oh yeah, that's cool. That'll work. And I played a whole bunch of it in a whole bunch of decks. And yet, when I do the same thing for Irida here, I'm like, nah. I don't think it's as good. And I don't like it anywhere near as much. And this worries me a little bit. I think it might actually be a little bit underwhelming, as annoying as that is. But clearly, this is still the kind of thing that could work in water decks. Because you're getting a Pokemon, you're getting an item card, there will be times it works. This is exactly the kind of card that makes me go, man, I am really, really glad that we got Luminion. Because Luminion just lets you search out a supporter card. You play it from your hand to your bench, go grab a supporter card, life is good. This is a perfect card. In fact, both of these are pretty good cards that you would play as one-offs, knowing that you're playing Luminium. So even though you might not ever want to play them as four-offs, you know that you've always got the option to just play a one-off, play Luminium, grab it off a quick ball, and then go, oh, I really need an evolved Pokemon, I really need this other item card. So you quick ball for Luminion, Luminion for Irida, go and get what you need. No, it's not perfect, but I like it, and I'm giving it between 3 and 4 Wassies. When I give half Wassies, that would be barbaric. Makes me nervous, don't get me wrong, but I still like it, ladies and gentlemen. I still like it. But I want to know what you think about both of these cards, because I think there's a lot of potential here, but I cannot, I don't know, ladies and gentlemen, can't guarantee. But I really hope it ends up being good. Just because I like these characters from Legends Arceus. And I really want them to end up being cool. I don't know. Let me know in the comment section. Go nuts! Be nice! And then make sure you like this video, subscribe to this channel, follow me on Twitter at TheWasi, and Twitch for some live action at twitch.tv/TheWasi. patreon.com/PTCG Radio. If you want to support the channel, get some bonus podcasts and all that good stuff, head on over to patreon.com/PTCG Radio, where you can do exactly that. But by far the most important thing, as always, look after yourselves till next time, would ya? Thank you very much for watching. My name's Ross, and you've been watching PTCG Radio.